I got this weather radio for when we have storms and the power goes out, such as during hurricanes, which tend to happen more frequently now in Florida. So this does standard weather radio, AM, FM radio. It also has a built-in flashlight. What I think is great about this radio is it can be powered 5 different ways. Now, 2 ways are pretty ideal. One is AC powered. The other is a chargeable power. So you can, this is just like a silicone flap. You can charge it. It has an internal battery, so you can use that to charge your devices in an emergency if you needed to. It does have a hand crank. It'll give you a little bit of radio play, but it's going to be difficult to crank enough for long-standing power to charge devices. It does have a solar panel. However, the solar panel power is significantly less than what this whole unit needs. So putting this out in the sun for full charging, that's going to be really tricky. It's going to take a long time. And as the manual says, it's really done for battery maintenance. And then you can also install 3 AA batteries. Now it does say that when the batteries are installed, the SOS alert will be a little bit lower because it's not going off the main large power bank that's within this unit. This is a fairly hefty unit. It looks really slick. The interior weight is going to be mostly due to the rechargeable battery. The operation is fairly straightforward. You just turn this dial to turn it on and increase the volume. It did come with a pre-charge, which I think is pretty cool. So you've got your weather band, which is here. And then you have your AM and your FM. It does have an antenna for assisting with tuning. Then you have an SOS. You can switch whether you're using AAA batteries or the lithium ion, which is the battery inside the unit. And then it also has a flashlight. It's a pretty bright light. There's your tuning knob right here. And again, that's your solar panel. And one really nice feature about the solar panel is that it swivels, so you can actually adjust it. That means you can keep the radio upright and squiver the solar panel up toward the sun. A very slick feature is after you swivel up the solar panel, you could go up a little higher. Under here is a light. There's a little switch right there. Just a button push, which would come in pretty handy. I could see this being a great camping device also. So for the price point, this is a really great little radio. Couple of caveats. One is the solar panel, it does a good job, but it's not really large enough to fully charge the internal lithium ion battery in even a 12-hour period. It would take days to fully charge it. The hand crank is only going to get you a little bit of juice in a short amount of time. You're not going to sit here and hand crank this for days on end. The system says it's waterproof. I'm not entirely certain of that, only because there's no like rubberized or silicone seals around all this that I can tell. But again, to have something that you can just grab and go and utilize, and don't be afraid to put a little bit of tin foil on the end of the antenna if you need to. Sometimes that still needs to be done to get a station in tune. And one last thing I really like about this radio is the strap. The case is all fully forged plastic, which means if anything were to happen to this strap, or if I wanted to create a crossbody strap for it, I could easily hook it on because I've got my slots right there. But the strap that comes with it is very easy on the hands. And again, if I wanted to replace this with a crossbody strap, I could just snake the crossbody strap in through here and still have something that would give me some padding. So overall, really nice. It's going to come in really handy this hurricane season.
Okay, so today we're going to take a quick look at this emergency alert radio. It's an advanced NOAA weather radio technology, so it's a little emergency radio. So really cool thing is it does have AM, FM, a flashlight, the weather band, and SOS alert to it. On the back end here is where the tuning knob is to find your stations. Right here is the panel where you'll charge. You can use this as a power bank as well. So it's got the charging cable, and it does come with its own charging cable to charge up. Of course, I want to have this. I'm going to have this charged up, before any major storm comes in. But it's got the charging ports right there. On the top end, it's got a nice little handle here at the top, and it's really a durable feeling handle, nice and thick handle, adjustable. The antenna that I can use, to find my stations, if I need an antenna. It's got a solar panel here, so a solar panel in the event that I can charge it up in the sun. If there's still no power to charge it, I can charge it outside in the sun if we get some sun. Back here on this end here, that right there is a little battery bank as well. So it does take 3 AAA batteries. Let me open the little panel there. 3 AAA batteries will go in here. Also, additional power up. So there's different ways to charge this thing, right? This radio, batteries, solar panel, the charging with the charging cable, and then there's also underneath at the bottom the charging the crank. Let me see if I can get this out here. The crank handle. Give me 1 second. There we go. The crank handle. So I can crank it also to generate power for the radio in the event of a emergency. So that's there at the bottom. So several different ways to charge it up. Again, if it's fully charged, it can act as a battery bank, which is awesome. And then also flashlight. A flashlight in the front that's really bright. Nice bright flashlight. Just goes to a dimmer setting. So yeah, very, very cool to have that flashlight again in the event of a power outage. So very, very cool. And then I did already tune the radio to the weather band, and I'll just turn the volume up so you can hear. It's catching the weather, the local weather band area here constantly, so I can find my alerts and everything on that, and so that was really good too. So it works fine getting the weather band station, as you can hear it.
Hello at 10:19 p.m.
So there you go. There's a quick look at this emergency radio. I do hope this review was helpful, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.